from Colorado's capital city, welcome to Denver. This is Empower Field at Mile High. Today, a good matchup here in the AFC. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olson, it's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. And off we go here from Mile High. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big. He's mobile. He can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart. He elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in that upper echelon category?
They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach-taking.
This one caught by Khalil Shakir. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Buffalo.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 7. On the ground, this is James Cook. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That is a gain of 15, halfway there as he's down at the 15.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
A dive for the end zone, and he loses the football. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do. Talk about a big swing there. The offense was driving, had it in the red zone, looking to score. Not only does the defense stop them, Greg, they get the ball back, and they improve the field position with a nice fumble return.
And what a change of events. You find yourself defending your own side of the field, and next thing you know, you scoop. For a minute, it looked like there was going to be a score, but either way, after running out of gas, he sets his offense up in a great situation.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That'll be incomplete with A penalty flag down. It looked like someone was across early.
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. The throw on the RPO is complete, and they have the first down. So they get the completion on 1st and 5, and now set up 1st and 10.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
You know what they say, Mike, is the best third down play in the NFL? Don't get to third down. Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a clinic so far here on their opening drive. 3 plays, 3 first downs, and now the question is, can they take advantage of this fast start and come away with some points? Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
That's taken in by Franklin. They'll get him up 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try to sneak it here. He stopped at the 11, but that is enough. A first down picked up as they are getting close.
Another Broncos first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
He'll run again, and he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Broncos. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. It's up and through. Broncos will take a 7-0 lead.
Broncos 7, Bills nothing.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Bills offense ready to see the football for the second time. They're trying to hold on to the football this time. Had the fumble on the opening possession, which led to a touchdown. So they trail early as they get it back 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. He's got room to the 45. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On 2nd down, Allen. That's into the hands of Gabe Davis. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a 1st down.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
These are the kind of plays that give running backs bad names. I mean, there's nothing fancy about this. You're wide open, the ball's on target. He just flat out dropped it.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. His pass right side taken in by Cooks. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and goal, Buffalo.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Throwing again, it's Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 3rd and goal, here's Allen. That is caught by the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bills will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense about ready to get going on their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A run once more. That's Harvey. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack. And it's clear why.
The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack. That should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. On the give, this is Harvey. Oh, yeah. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll go with the sneak, and he will have a Broncos first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Play action now. It's Nix. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
On the give, it's Harvey. Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the carry.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Now, a second down throw for Nick. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll run the sneak, and he will have the Broncos first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up into this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Vidiq. Touchdown, Denver. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Bills 7.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. To return, here's Ray Davis. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. In motion goes Cooks. Allen going to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Allen now on 2nd down. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Buffalo.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. and there is a lot of room to operate.
That one knocked away. And it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it'll be second down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
To throw again, it's Allen. Quick slant into the hands of Shaquille. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. To the air once more is Allen. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. The Broncos offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Mims sent in motion here. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 6. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Broncos.
1st and 10.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not, and it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
And now for Harvey. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Denver 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
That's swung out to Harvey. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
2nd down. Nix. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's down the field and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Bishop. And a nice return there. He is out of bounds right at midfield.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
The Bills offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start with great field position, right at midfield with a first down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Pass complete, right side to Kincaid. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
That's to Kincaid once again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Gain of 17 yards.
He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Hook him up on a second down and 8. Again, it's Allen to the air. This one reeled in on the sideline by Shakir.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Throwing again is Allen. That is caught at the 3. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
1-yard line.
Hook is in. Touchdown, Bills.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Prater on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bills will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10.
Up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
2nd and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. Now they'll set the screen for Harvey. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball. They get the man, and it's no gain.
A 1-yard loss on the
play. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. Third and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Got it into the hands of Mims. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. Khalil Shakir returning for the Bills. That is fielded at the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. First and 10, and it's Allen. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. He'll drop this underneath the Cook. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. The Bills going to use their final timeout here, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Allen. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw once more. Here's Allen. Looking downfield for Coleman. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. Offside. That's complete. It's Sutton. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
And the Broncos.
That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
Now hand up, that's Harvey. Running left. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. To throw is Nix. This one complete to Sutton. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
46 yards.
A big-time play for the Broncos. Pickup of 46 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And this is incomplete, but it looked like that defender got a head start. Let's check the call.
Still first down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Harvey. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
No gain on the play.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
Again, it's Harvey. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is punt in the end zone. He's in. Portland Sutton. Touchdown Broncos.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Lutz for the extra point. He chops it through. Broncos have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Davis now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's out. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
That is hot. Hooks gets the grab. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
A gain of 9 yards.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. One more time going up top with Allen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, here's Allen. Pass to the left side, taken in by Coleman. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
And the Bills' 1st down.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Allen going to keep it on his own read. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Allen now on 2nd down. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On Third down, it's Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have a Bills first down. Won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3. And that mark shows. First down.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up.
To the goal line and in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Now Prater to tack on the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Broncos offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Harvey. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. He'll step up and run this. And Nix with the wise move there at the end. Sliding to a stop, but he's got the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On the zone read, this is Nix. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Second down, Nix. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Christian Benford brings him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And third down coming up.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball, and he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. A big one there on third down. Good for 26 yards.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. It's second down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
On second down, Harvey. And he will get into the end zone. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Denver.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Broncos go up by 7. 28-21. So now, after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Johnson now to return. Ooh! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On first down, Allen. He's looking deep for Shakir. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
To the air on second down. Here's Allen. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Bills first down.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
Allen to his tight end, Kincaid, and the Bills have a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Buffalo.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too slow.
And he's into the end zone. James Cook, touchdown, Bills. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. Nick's going to look to throw. Now he's just going to flip this forward. Trying to pitch one forward. That was an option there, but it does fall incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
And he gets out of bounds as well. What a play. Big yardage. They've stopped the clock. They are on the edge of field goal range now. A big one here in the fourth quarter. And even 30 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's Harvey, and he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 1. They'll stick with him again. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Broncos.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. They're called in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. Going there, fullback trying to get it. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. Broncos will go up by 7.
Makes the score Broncos 35, Bills 28.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return, here comes Davis. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 29, here's second down and 7. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On third down, it's Josh Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, Buffalo.
That's good for a Bills first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter. And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. In motion, Shakir. On second down, here is Allen. To the left side, it's caught by Shakir. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up third down.
Here we go. Third and a yard. Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5. But it will keep the drive going.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
In motion goes Cooks. To throw on first and 10, Allen.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Give them 27, and it's first and goal.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being first and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day,
and he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16. That's the linebacker, Nick Bonito. Gets in there for the sack, and now it's third and goal.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes. But now on third and goal, following that second down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
This crowd doing everything they can before third and goal. From the gun, Josh Allen. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal. They'll begin here on the ground. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
At the 13-yard line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Denver first down. And now we'll get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. And a good run there. Going to get them 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Second and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's got it. That's a first down at the cross midfield. And down to the 47-yard line.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So mile-high salutes all around. It's a win for the Broncos. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.